Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix Show. My name is Chris Wong. I got a few updates for you in the entertainment world, couple movies, and also Zack Snyder's Justice League. So let's get right into the topics. The first topic of the day is Ghostbusters Afterlife. There's actual coverage in the Empire magazine. And this is actually coming from Get Fandom, but I pulled up the article. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Jason Reitman says his father cried and was so proud after watching new sequel. Wow. So you could, okay. So I guess it's done. We just got to get there and watch it. The upcoming Ghostbusters Afterlife is a legacy sequel in more ways than one. Firstly, it's set in the same universe of the original two films, with members of the classic cast, including Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson, returning. And secondly, in that it sees director Jason Reitman pick up the directorial reins from his father, Ivan Reitman, the legendary filmmaker behind both of the previous films. This time, the action moves out of New York and into rural Oklahoma with fresh young leads in McKenna Grace and Stranger Things' Finn Wolfhard, playing a pair of kids who stumble upon the original Ghostbusters technology. Afterlife is set to arrive this summer, over 30 years since Ghostbusters 2 hit the big screen, and for Jason Reitman, there was one person above all who he wanted to impress. In early December, he was finally able to screen the film for him. My father hasn't been leaving the house much because of COVID, he tells Empire in his first interview about the movie, published in the upcoming new issue of this Empire magazine. But he took a test. He put on a mask and drove down to the Sony lot to watch the movie with the studio. And after, he cried. And he said, "I'm so proud to be your father." And it was one of the great moments of his life, and that's awesome. So definitely, this looks like it's going to be one of those films that will actually, get the source material and honor the source material and be an actual sequel. Now, I didn't find the last Ghostbusters that bad. It was entertaining, but I didn't want to watch it any more than I need to the first time. And after that, it was they should have just made a sequel, and they are now, which is awesome. So I'm looking forward to this one. Definitely looking forward to how this turns out. But if if it made Ivan Reitman proud, I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, that just makes him just to see his son actually live up and be a director himself and to make a film that his father made. I mean, I would be pretty damn proud if my kid just made that. So, but let's see how it works. Let's see how it works out. Maybe it will spin some sequels or something like that and actually breathe life back into the Ghostbusters property. So looking forward to Ghostbusters Afterlife this summer. All right, next is Mortal Kombat. Okay, Mortal Kombat official plot synopsis. Now, we had that Entertainment Weekly. They talked about the opening scene, all the details for that. I even have a genre, etc. video for that. But now there is an actual plot synopsis here, and this is coming straight from Warner Brothers, but I'm using the comicbook.com tweet. From New Line Cinema comes the explosive new cinematic adventure Mortal Kombat, inspired by the blockbuster video game franchise, which mostly recently enjoyed the most successful video game launch in its history, Mortal Kombat 11. Now I'm going to jump over to the actual plot. In Mortal Kombat, MMA fighter Cole Young, accustomed to taking a beating for money, is unaware of his heritage or why Outworld Emperor Shang Tsung has sent his best warrior, Sub-Zero, an otherworldly cryomancer, to hunt Cole down. Fearing for his family's safety, Cole goes in search of Sonya Blade at the direction of Jax, a special forces major who bears the same strange dragon marking Cole was born with. That's the Mortal Kombat symbol, right? Soon he finds himself at the temple of Lord Raiden, an elder god and the protector of Earthrealm, who grants sanctuary to those who bear the mark. Here, Cole trains with experienced warriors Liu Kang, Kung Lao, and rogue mercenary Kano. Kano's a good guy. As he prepares to stand with Earth's greatest champions against the enemies of Outworld in a high-stakes battle for the universe. But will Cole be pushed hard enough to unlock his arcana, the immense power from within his soul, in time to save not only his family, but to stop Outworld once and for all? The diverse international cast reflects the global nature of the brand, with talents spanning the worlds of film, television, and martial arts. The ensemble includes Louis Tan as Cole Young, Jessica McNamee as Sonya Blade, Josh Lawson as Kano, Tadanobu Asano as Lord Raiden, Mehcad Brooks as Jax, Ludi Lin as Liu Kang, and Shin Han as Shang Tsung. Joe Taslim as Bihan or Sub-Zero, Hiroyuki Sanada as Hanzo Hasashi or Scorpion, and also Max Huang as Kung Lao, CC Stringer as Melina, and Matilda Kimber as Emily Young, and Laura Brent as Allison Young. Oh, okay, so that must be Cole Young's family. Now, is it just me, or does it sound kind of like Johnny Cage? Now, Cole Young is a new, like in my genre etc. video, which you can check out up there. It talks about how Cole Young is a new character in this universe, and I kind of related, like, well, I don't want it. Is that cool to have like a Forbidden Kingdom kind of situation where some rando is, buddying up with the Monkey King and stuff? And I'm like, well, I don't know, but yeah, I guess it'll work, unless, like he said, that character is a mystery. So I'm wondering, is this like an Asian Johnny Cage? Is that what they're trying to do here, or is there a Johnny Cage in this storyline, or is it maybe he's like, your name's Cole Young, but everybody you fight in a cage, so everybody calls you Johnny Cage. Or something, right? Because you do see the picture of him in the cage battle MMA. So I'm like wondering, So I'm just like, maybe that's the twist. That maybe he's actually Johnny Cage. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I'm looking forward to another Mortal Kombat movie, especially R-rated, brutal, and with fatalities. Yes, bring it on. All right. So now let's get to Zack Snyder's Justice League. There are a few updates, as Zack likes to just tease stuff once in a while, especially as we get closer to the actual official marketing. So Zack Snyder is busy in post-production of Zack Snyder's Justice League. He posted this picture. He said mixing, as you can't really see there, but on the bottom it says Warner Brothers Water Tower at Burbank, California. He's at Warner Brothers, reserved for post-production. Zack Snyder, he posted it out, so he's ready to go doing post-production, and that was it. But at least that's what we thought was it. And then he went out and he actually posted another pic, and over here, I know you can't really see it, but it says "This sounds insane" on the bottom. Let me see if I can zoom out. This sounds insane. There, you saw it really quick, but that he says "This sounds insane." And I guess he's mixing the music, the soundtrack or something, the sounds still yet. I don't think the soundtrack, but actually the audio. And you see a picture there. Now, as we get closer, you can actually see this. This is a new shot of Steppenwolf and two Atlanteans. And there's one here, and there's actually one here. I don't know if you can really see it, but there's one dead Atlantean right here. I don't know if he's dead. I think he is. But Steppenwolf, big mother, just huge, just compared to his theatrical, he looks scary as hell, grabbing the guy's helmet after probably he kills him. Maybe he'll kill him even further. You notice this is at the because all these time codes, it starts at 1, so this would be 1 hour and 15 minutes into the movie, and like I said, I think it's going to be a brutal kill. I think he's actually going to kill them because if you remember this back in the day, and I'm definitely going to have to see if I can zoom out on this. Here we go. This shot was put out by Maldivian Superman. What happened in those scenes? And the stunt team says it was way too violent, so they cut it. This was whatever that scene was way too violent, so they cut it. So you gotta imagine that in this scene, he's gonna pretty brutally kill them. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be like really brutal, but didn't Zach say that Steppenwolf kind of like rips off limbs and stuff like that? He's a really nasty guy. I'm like, and it's gonna be like rated R, too brutal. I'm wondering how far does he go in showing these guys get murdered, brutality, fatality. I mean, I would, damn, it's gonna be nuts. It's definitely something that you're gonna have to wait for your kids to go to sleep first, and then you can watch. But that's awesome. It's gonna be intense, and it's really gonna show you that he is something to be feared. Like Steppenwolf is definitely something to be feared, and these guys know what those scenes are, and I can't wait to see what it is. It's going to be pretty absolutely fantastic. Now, he's almost done. I think he's just showing us the day-to-day of how far he's going to get and how it's going to be. It's probably going to be done really soon. I don't know if this is the last day of mixing or not, but it looks like it's getting closer and closer as we get towards the end of the month, and then the marketing push hopefully will start in February. So I'm still looking for that new poster, the new trailer. Definitely excited for that, and anything else that comes out for that. So be ready to support Zack Snyder's Justice League at any given moment during February, even now if you want to, because since he's putting some stuff out now. Mick D, who is one of the TPC Team Pro Zach. They are friends of Zack Snyder. They, in fact, a lot of times help out in the promotion and also the the different donation and charity events and stuff like that. Mick D, who also helped me, by the way, to choose the person to win the Batman mask, the memorabilia from Zack Snyder, by the way. So Mick, he said this that was rather interesting. In response to a question where someone asked, remember how Zack said he pitched it as a 4-part miniseries, but there could be legal reasons he couldn't release it as a series? Well, Mick said this, that Zack Snyder pitched and worked passionately on ideas and prep for, think about it, a miniseries event that's highly anticipated and discussed each week. Hypothetically, were it to end on a cliffhanger, would imply an automatic season 2 renewal. Toby Emmerich not into that. Enter the studio snouts, one and done. So what? And he also said, we'll still demand a follow-up, but the risk of greenlighting a new $300 million Zack Snyder's Justice League film from Hamada is a lot different than AT&T HBO Max handily answering hype and demand for a second run of a hugely successful miniseries event. The Justice League 2 fight gets harder, but fandom's up for it. So this what he says here is exactly how my kind of suspicion is in regards to Walter Hamada now greenlighting things for HBO Max. Like, since they're now in charge of that, it definitely gets a little bit harder. But just like the first time around, where we got AT&T and Warner Media to convince Toby and Hamada to, pretty much cough up the Snyder Cut, or cough up, and call Zack Snyder to, do the Snyder Cut. It needed the support. It needed that we pressured them enough. The pressure was immense. It was ongoing, and they were pressured enough to do that, to get the Snyder Cut out, right? To call up Zack Snyder and says, hey, let's do that Snyder Cut now. It's going to be a little bit easier, I think, because it's going to be it's going to be out there. Zack Snyder's Justice League is definitely going to release. But at the same time, they're still saying it's like a one and done, because they wanted to. So in fact, making it into a movie I guess the logistics of, instead of spreading out that budget between episodes, it's a lot harder to cough up a whole bunch of money for an entire movie, right? So this is going to be kind of hard, but maybe not. If it does well, where everybody watches, everybody's curious. Maybe there's a cliffhanger at the end. like a lot of people have said there's going to be a cliffhanger at the end. It could definitely make people say, hey, I want another one. I want a sequel. You gotta make that sequel. We're gonna need it. We want it, and we're definitely looking forward to a sequel. And it may pressure them to greenlight the next film. So definitely, Zack Snyder's Justice League still needs your help. It's still, if you want to see it continue and how it's supposed to continue, then definitely we need to support that. We need to definitely watch it. We need to, they have the what I call the information in their hands of which videos you watch, who watched what and stuff like that. So definitely sign up for HBO Max if you can. Watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. And I don't know if this is going to affect the marketing for this or not. I hope not. That would be really dumb, because it's still making the company some money. But Toby and Walter's got some big flipping ego. And I mean, to the point that if they really wanted the Snyder Cut to come out, it would have came out years ago. But it took them this long. It's finally coming out. We need to pressure them to greenlight some more. Okay, so definitely that's got to happen. Definitely Kylar's got to overrule them and pressure them to make more. So, but that's pretty much it. Let's get into the Ping Pong Flix members' comments and questions now. Like I said, if you want to have your comment or question read on this video for the next video, please join as a member down below, and then of course put a comment or question. All right, the first comment or question comes from Brandon Hall. As much as I look forward to Godzilla vs. Kong, I can't help but feel that its newly announced release date is yet another deliberate attempt to undermine Zack Snyder's Justice League. We don't know yet when in March it will release, and yet it can't have the entirety of the monthly period to flourish on its own. That bothered me when I first heard it reported, as if the two properties are being pitted against each other to usurp viewership from one another. I just want what we as fans fought for to perform well. Just a thought, but we shall see what comes of it. You already know it. Much love. Take care. Yeah, definitely. That's why I said earlier, we gotta definitely keep watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. The good thing about this is that all the movies that are coming out, they're going to stay for only 31 days and get off the platform. Zack Snyder's Justice League is going to stay for the entirety, but it still makes, like, we can watch Godzilla vs. Kong and then watch Zack Snyder's Justice League 2 times. Then if you want to go back and Godzilla vs. Kong, cool. But, definitely watch Zack Snyder's Justice League as much as possible. And I think people will. All I know is when we get Zack's 4-hour-long Justice League in theaters, there better be an intermission. We may be able to hit pause at home, but not in theater. Ideally, intermission between chapters, of course. Oh, if it's in theaters, there's definitely going to be an intermission. I think Zack did kind of mention that. Speaking of the great Ian McShane, just me, but I'd so want him in the DCU in some fashion. I could see him as an elder Zeus, assuming he actually survived the events Hippolyta described in Wonder Woman 1, or High Father, head of the New Gods, New Genesis. Who could you see him playing? I could see him as High Father, actually. When you mentioned Ian McShane in DCEU, before I even read the rest of that, I said New Gods. I can see him in New Gods. David the Batman, love that Joker. Can't wait for an hour sit of Zack Snyder's Justice League on repeat. Me too, man. I could probably watch that twice in a day, I think. Michael Serlo, Matt Thalier, Chris, you have to check out Lupin on Netflix. Oh my God. Okay. I've never heard. Is that any relation to Lupin, the anime? Probably not, but that's the one I'm thinking. Well, that's my son getting more ice. Brandon Hayes, I have a feeling that the film is so good that the 4 hours won't feel like 4 hours. I have a confession too. I don't really go to the movie theaters unless it's an action movie or comic book movie franchise that I like and respect. For example, I haven't watched the Spider-Man movies, but I will see the upcoming Spider-Man crossover film with Tobey Maguire. That's going to be something special. The last film I actually went to see in the theater was the last Rambo film. I usually wait for stuff to come to VOD or I find a way to download it. I don't even buy DVDs too much, but I will support Zack Snyder's Justice League, which is very important. I'm getting HBO Max and I will watch Justice League. Then after I watch the film, then I'm going to unsubscribe from HBO Max after that because I hate Warner Brothers Pictures so much now. They're stupid for putting us fans through all this nonsense. It's been 4 years of BS instead of 4 years of cinematic greatness. I can now accept that there are people out there who like James Wan's Aquaman, Shazam, Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 1984. I think we can all agree now with what we know now. What was in place under Zack's visual blueprint was 10 times better than what we've been getting. Also, as an African American, I'm offended at how they're dealing with Ray Fisher. I see now that Warner Brothers Pictures and Warner Media is just another evil mega corporation. I don't think we have ever in history seen a lone actor stand up to $1 billion media corporation like this. But the timing is perfect, and they picked the wrong guy to mess with. It all really just righteous karma for Warner Brothers, to be honest. The pandemic, the theater shutdowns, the Snyderverse, the Snyder Cut, and Ray Fisher's truth campaign on social media and the outcry of the fans has Warner Brothers Pictures with major headaches. It's actually pretty amusing to see. They deserve these headaches. No wonder they updated their company logo. Yeah. So definitely, I don't think you should unsubscribe. I think they are putting that in, kind of using Justice League. Okay. So the pitch is that before all these movies were coming over to HBO Max, they were looking for content, right? HBO Max, because that's the one that they wanted to succeed. And so that kind of made them say, okay, let's approve the Snyder Cut because we need content. And so now that's approved. I would say the pitch probably is that they, Zach's like, well, we can do spin-offs, we can do all this stuff to kind of, populate your HBO Max. So definitely, if they see that people are still subscribed to HBO Max, I mean, you do what you want, but for me, I would rather support HBO Max, things that are coming out on HBO Max, because that's the streaming service. Jason Kylar is putting effort into that, and the people before him, by saying, okay, the Snyder Cut come out. And if people are still going to that and it's being successful, they're going to need more content. So then the Ayer Cut will come out. If the Justice League is successful, they're going to do Justice League 2, 3, the spin-offs and Batflick film, if Affleck wants to do it. But definitely it's something that we are in a way pressuring Warner Brothers by letting this site succeed. If HBO Max succeeds, it's pressuring Warner Brothers to greenlight and make more stuff because they need to be at a certain point that they're like Netflix and all they're doing is just greenlighting things left and right. And they're just so much in debt. But definitely it's creating more content, getting more people subscribed, and stay subscribed. So definitely, for me, I wouldn't unsubscribe. Shane S. Alman. Hi, Chris. I have some extremely exciting news. My comic writing debut will be this year. So excited and nervous at the same time. Thank you for your advice and support. The comic will be called Hindsight, and I'm being told it will be in March. Wow. Zack Snyder's Justice League, Godzilla vs. Kong, and now this. March is shaping up to be an incredible month. To quote you, if I may, that's going to be insane. Do not think I did that justice. And I don't think I did it justice, and even though I'm the one who did it. Anyway, keep plugging on, Mr. Hot Dog, and I promise I will too. Well, thank you so much, Shane, for that update. That's awesome news, man. Hindsight. It's great. Let me know when that comes out, and I'll be looking out for it. I'll definitely be looking out for it. Congratulations. Bolavindo me. While it's great for me, Zack Snyder's Justice League being a one-shot 4-hour movie, I still want it to be a series to create as much word of mouth. I hope it's not one of Warner Brothers' plan alongside releasing Godzilla vs. Kong the same month to douse Snyder's hate. It's not hype. So definitely, I'm with you on that. Just keep plugging away at Zack Snyder's Justice League. Keep watching it. and show a lot of support. I'm sure the metrics will show on their side that Zack Snyder's Justice League is being watched over and over and over. Shane S. Almond, I have been wanting a Transformers movie on Cybertron for years. I honestly don't understand Studio's obsession with Earth. They did the same to Masters of the Universe 2. Oh no, we can't have a movie set in Eternia be on Eternia. Nope, we need it on Earth. Like a lot of different things too. Like even Green Lantern. Also, the Star Wars series I wanted more than anything is Ahsoka. After Clone Wars, I wanted nothing more than Ahsoka story on screen. Sign me up. And I've also decided to back off Walter Hamada projects. The comics and Zack Snyder's Justice League are really what my focus is on from a DC standpoint. DC Comics are crushing it with Future State right now, and I, for one, get a lot more joy and passion in comics and Snyder at the moment. Keep plugging that hot tug away. Yeah, I agree. Oh yeah, Cybertron. I'm, and I hope it is. I don't know, but definitely, I think if they have the budget for it and they see that people like that stuff, I think it's time. I think it's time to finally put it on Cybertron. There's too many Earth movies. Jonathan Mueller, I really hope there's at least one scene of Jor-El with Kal-El in Zack Snyder's Justice League. I love their interactions in Man of Steel. I don't know if I think he hears his voice, I think. Isn't that what Zack said? My only concern is, if you remember, Cal's key was lost when Zod's crew was sent to the Phantom Zone again in the end of Man of Steel. So the remaining key present on Earth is Zod's key, the same key used by Lex and BVS, and I don't think it can summon Zor-El, since it was used to revoke his authority over the ship in Man of Steel. Or maybe they managed to do a scene like Jonathan and Clark on the mountains, or even Kara's key, probably. Personally, I don't expect any trailer of Zack Snyder's Justice League before the end of February. So I don't know about the trailer, but I don't know, maybe what if Cyborg, activating the ship activates everything else? Like, I think maybe that is how the ship's activated and the things turn and you see the suits and stuff. I think maybe that's how that works, because Cyborg himself activated it. Lego Dinosaur, on the subject of the Snyder Cut art book, the JL book behind you gives us all the artwork Zach planned, only to turn to the page to the Chef John's. Yeah, there was, and I should have got that, but I think the Parademon scene where the nest is changed in the artwork to have no Parademons. And I don't know how much other ones are changed, but I can imagine quite a bit, just to show that that was never a concept. It's like they really tried to bury things. Francis Louis Rayla, I don't know why, but I just realized this. Zack Snyder's Justice League is freaking 4 hours. A bit of Justice League, everything that has been teased by Snyder over the past few years, some plausible rumors and theories, all of these won't suffice the 4-hour cut. There's so much more to get excited about. Can't wait for this epic experience. Exactly. It's like 80-90% of stuff we haven't seen, maybe even more. Another thing, after I watch the Zack Snyder's Justice League, I will just post my review on Twitter and Facebook and offline for a while. I am pretty sure that trolls will feast on this. I don't want to taint this experience with negativity. I mean, finally, after many years of being called crazy for believing on something that does not exist, we are soon to reap what we sow. One last thing. Thank you, Chris, for being one of the great frontliners of this movement. Well, there are many more battles to come. I stand with Ray Fisher. Release the Snyderverse. Accountability over entertainment. Do a watch along. Suggestion, do a watch along episode. I think I will. Definitely, that's probably one of the things I plan to do. Maybe the second time I watch it, I want to watch it on the big screen first, just for my own selfish reasons. Just for a first experience, I would like to watch it over there. But definitely the second time, I'll do a watch along for sure. David Sherrington, if someone can't sit on their butt for 4 hours, there's a crazy invention called the pause button. I'll be watching twice in a row. Hey, Ping Pong, I never heard talk about J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon in Zack Snyder's Justice League. Do you think we will get to see more scenes with him, since he only got like 1 minute of screen time in the theatrical version? I think he mentioned that there was a bit more to his, like a few more scenes or lines or something. Here, Ninja Gamer also said that there'll be a bit more. So that I think there was a bit more. Kiran Prasad, since you are from Hawaii and Zach, can we expect a Jason Momoa interview anytime soon. That will be super awesome. Also, I'm happy that we'll get Zack Snyder's Justice League as a 4-hour film and not a series. Also, like I mentioned before in the live Q&A, personally would love to watch the Zack Snyder's Justice League with you and Dave the Film Junkie in a watch party of some kind. Please make it work if possible. Have a great day. Yeah, definitely going to do that. I don't know if Film Junkie is going to do his own. I'm not sure. But Jason Momoa, he's not here. I think he is in Idaho, or he was born in Idaho and somewhere else, but definitely like he has family members here, but I don't think he doesn't actually live here. Bill Reeve Mendez, very happy. Oh, great. And Jay said it's the same. Well, I'm happy that you're happy. Thank you so much for your support. All right. Well, that is pretty much it of all the members' comments and questions. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you absolutely liked this new daily dose of entertainment news, please click the like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, keep this hot dog light on, and I'll see you next time. Bye.